Thank you for joining us on October's edition of WPRP. I'm Timothy Johnson.
And I'm Shania Garner.
Not every member of PRP's football team suits up in a helmet and pads.
WPRP reporter Vaughn Smith introduces us all to a very special member of this year's team.
The PRP football team has been through a memorable season so far, with a viral touchdown and several blowout games, all with the support of fans, the Black Hole, coaches, family, and Jesse.
Sometimes that stuff's going to happen. We had an amount of personal.
It means a lot to me to be part of an organization like this. You know, going into football season, I didn't really know what to expect, but they really welcomed me with open arms. The absolutely greatest of kids that I've ever seen in my life. I haven't known Coach Williams that long, I'll be honest about that. But from his tendencies, when I grow up and I'll be a coach, whether that be here in about a few years after I graduate, I see a lot of myself in Coach Williams. I really do. Because Coach Williams, he's confidently arrogant. You know, and I mean that in the best way possible. I'm like that too. Everybody's kind of like that.
Yeah, his energy is infectious. I think he's a football fan more than anybody is in that locker room. A lot of times football players enjoy the sport. They like playing the sport. But he's a guy who actually enjoys watching it. So every time he comes in the locker room, got a great smile on his face, brings other smiles out in people, including myself.
I wanted to play football, but my mom, you know, shout out to Mom, she came up with the idea of me coaching. So with her and Coach Williams, that's really how I got here. I'm going to say that right now.
He gave me 2 plays. He drew them up for me and wanted to try to get them on the field. So as soon as he showed up, it was something that you could tell that he really deeply cares about. And as we tell any new coach, as long as you're willing to learn and show up every day, that's the entire battle. So I think he's got that in him.
It's not a limitation if you let it be a limitation. Because I'm trying to think of somebody. Think of, say, someone like Isaiah Thomas, 5'7" point guard. You don't see a lot of those. He didn't let size stop him, and you know, being short, it kind of gives you some advantages. You're faster.
Joyous is definitely the word that comes to mind. I have never seen him have a bad day. Like I said, every time he walks into the locker room, you can tell that he's enjoying himself. He's a pleasure to be around and somebody we love having a part of the team. There are things that get in the way in life. Today it's cold, tomorrow it'll be something else. We've got to be able to get past whatever life has dealt us. And if we can work with that mindset, I think that that's something that these guys feed off of. And I know that whatever he decides to do in life, he's going to be successful at because of it.
For WPRP, this is Vaughn Smith.
One thing I want to say, just like Aaron Rodgers said to the Bears, I own you. I still own you.
The competition is stiff, but the reward can help students prepare for a college or career.
WPRP reporter Destiny Haynes has what you need to know about the Governor's School for the Arts.
Hey sophomores and juniors, the Governor's School for the Arts application process is already underway.
If you don't know what GSA is, it's a 3-week summer program where you get to stay on UK's campus and work with mentors in your art field. There are 2 sessions. The first is June 11th to July 1st. The second is July 9th to July 29th. You can apply for instrumental music, creative writing, dance, musical theater, vocal music, drama, architecture and design, visual art, and film and photography. There will be applicant guides for each art form.
Applications open October 6th and will be due on January 8th, but it's encouraged to be done before then. If you're a finalist, there'll be a finalist round of auditions and reviews. It will be either held virtually or in person.
My daughter went to the GSA program back when they only had 1 a summer. They're doing 2 now. And she said it changed her life. She has friends she's never forgotten. It changed her whole direction of what she wanted to study in college. She was able to get a scholarship to Northern Kentucky University, so she's not in debt now that she's out of college. And she was able to hone her writing craft, so it really helped her a lot.
More information can be found on their website at www.kentuckygsa.org.
This is Destiny with WPRP signing off.
Made up of elementary, middle, and high schools across JCPS, Justice Now is a district-wide initiative where students will design a presentation for Kentucky Derby Festival's Justice Fest.
WPRP reporter Julio Lopez has more.
PRP is just one of many schools across JCPS participating in this year's event. I spoke with Brian Thornton, who is a member of the PRP Justice team.
Because I'm not here. I got a beer in my hand, I got some food, I'm gonna eat this until I got a big meal.
Take a big bite.
Say a little bite.
Yeah, Mr. Bassam. Woo. Love Mr. Bassam.
Control, sustaining light exposed like life on tinted windows. Y'all depending on instrumentals, but I let my words build the tempo. I hope you're listening, can comprehend the subtlety of my compliment without knowing my accomplishments. I just hope that y'all will sponsor it. Realize we on the same boat. Get on your lean stuff and rock with it. Know we floating on the same breeze. Turn the AC up on your acknowledgement. And recognize it as something prominent. In a matrix of false dominance, everyone's spitting so vanilla, and I'm trying to deliver Neapolitan. Pick your flavor and savor each bite off the spoon, cause they can sleep on the young bull. I'm just a cow jumping over moons, hoping to get caught in your dream catcher and be a nightmare to those who disrespect me. So while y'all yawning, I'll be performing for the world that slept with me.
Justice Fest means is a black community type of thing. So pretty much we help black communities in schools and outside.
That was Julio Lopez reporting. Students from each school, including PRP, will represent their Justice Now projects to community leaders on March 5th. Spooky season has officially arrived.
WPRP reporter Brooklyn Linerino has all eerie details about what the Student Council has planned for the season.
It's that time of year again where PRP has their annual trunk or treat. Let's talk to some of the student council members about what's happening this year.
Hi, my name is Africa Uteka and I'm Student Council Social Media Specialist.
Hi, I'm Jasmine Martinez Diaz and I hold the position of Event Specialist and Coordinator in Student Council.
We can look forward to seeing all the different clubs PRP has to offer while getting a whole bunch of candy.
We can look forward to a family-oriented event, fun for students and fun for the community.
I think we're going to have a really good turnout this year.
Definitely there will be a good turnout. Coming back from the pandemic last year, it was such an amazing time. And the donations, we hope to get more from last year because last year was a good turnout. But again, don't forget to donate a canned good or $1. They all go to a good cause. And don't forget to dress up. Thank you.
Trunk or treat will be taking place October 25th from 5:30 to 7 at our track and field.
This sounds like a fun event you don't want to miss. I'm WPRP reporter Brooklyn signing off.
Even though the spots fill up super fast, that doesn't mean everyone knows what the Powerpuff game is or why it is so popular here at PRP.
WPRP reporter Mia Coleman talks to some students involved to learn more.
To be honest, I was one of those people thinking, what is Powerpuff and why are so many people talking about it?
So Powerpuff is pretty much a girl version of flag football. We always host it mainly after homecoming or at least around October at the time. So what they would do is pretty much a lot of the senior captains or even like juniors, some of us like all come out, especially if we play football. Meanwhile, like we will like help the girls, make sure like they practice, make sure like they're doing good. And you know, we'll just do that. And that's pretty much it. And we just have fun during October.
This is for Powerpuff. Powerpuff. Oh, that's cool. Female empowerment.
My brothers were both like doing football, and so it was really interesting watching it growing up, and it was just something interesting to participate in. All of like the different plays and like positions there are.
Because of its popularity, students have to try out to be a part of the teams. In fact, the practice for those teams started earlier this month.
Really, you just have to be passing and like on your like good behavior and stuff like that. There's not really requirements besides those two.
And then talk to me about the guys. Like they're obviously the cheerleaders, so kind of like almost like the roles are kind of reversed a little bit. Tell me about that.
I personally do not know any of like the people that are on the cheer team this year. There's a bunch of like football players that help out with us during practices and stuff, but that's all I know.
So how do you feel about cheering?
What does cheering mean?
Cheering.
Oh, cheering. They say cheering.
No.
I feel like it's the best because like I finally get to be like in the cheerleader shoes and actually cheer for my friends, actually like the senior friends, just cheer and have fun with them. Because I like to be in a tutu sometimes and like wear 2 hours and just jump around, have fun, skip to my loo, stuff like that.
The Powder Puff game gives a fun way to have a competition between the juniors and seniors. The game will take place here at PRP on Friday, October 28th. And this has been Maya Coleman with WPRP, signing off.
They are loud and proud. PRP's student section shows up when our teams need it the most.
WPRP reporter LaToya Johnson takes us inside the black hole.
They are hard to miss at games, both home and away. The black hole is a fitting nickname for our school student section.
Usually, if the black hole is not getting rowdy, then nobody's getting rowdy. Their energy means everything to everybody. And it also is great when they participate in our cheers and chants and they're like giving us energy back and participating in the dances that we do. It's just very nice of them.
But also the cheerleaders and the red huts.
At the beginning of the season, we got a list of what themes were like supposed to be. They of course always end up changing somehow, but they let us know before they changed them. But we always try to like plan ahead and make like the run-through banners that match to the theme.
And football coach says that seeing students fill up the whole section lets the players know those games are important to more than just our team.
That was LaToya Johnson reporting. For more information on the Black Hole, be sure to check out their Instagram page at the Black Hole PRP.
Excitement is building as the wrestling season approaches. A lot of that is because of the team's new leadership.
WPRP reporter Kai De La Cruz sits down with PRP's newest coach for more insight.
Coach Richard may be new to PRP, but he brings a lot to the team. We're going to go around the school today, ask all the wrestlers 3 things they like about their coach. All right, let's go.
Alright, my name is Eric Jett and I'm on the PRP wrestling team. 3 things I like about my coach: he's dedicated to making a good team. He pushes everybody to do good, and he's positive.
He's gonna go ball. He'll be on time.
He'll be on time.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's 3 things, Richard.
All right, so Richard, he's fun, he's nice, and he's very helpful. He
All right.
help us out in situations that we need him in.
Number one thing I like about my coach. He takes me to Florida. So that's awesome, takes me to Florida. But number 2, he gives us a lot of freedom. Like he lets us, he gives us choice in the practices and doesn't like make us not have fun. And 3, he's a good coach and helps us win.
The first meet is November 25th. I'm Kai De La Cruz from WPRP.
As football season winds down, preparations are already underway for this year's basketball season.
WPRP reporter Cambry Lathery takes a look.
First conditioning, then tryouts. Now both the teams are getting ready for their season openers.
I think we're going to be really, really good this year. You know, we have Keith Robinson, who I feel is the best player in the region. We've got the best guard, in my opinion, in Greg Coe, and Malachi Hamilton. I believe he's going to be the surprise player of the city of Louisville.
I can't wait for the first game because it's a revenge game, and I know that we're going to get this revenge win.
I know we lost a big talent in Z McCown, but there's other kids that can step up to the plate and ball out this year.
Even with key players out for the season, one due to injury, the other transferring out of state, both coaches are optimistic about this season.
It's going to be tough in the beginning, but by mid-season, I think we'll be great.
It's just another opportunity for other kids to, we got Greg Cole and we got a new transfer in. We got two transfers in.
After tryouts, players are also optimistic about the upcoming season.
And we have some key players that I feel like they're going to play their role pretty well.
I feel like a lot of people came out this year, and there's a lot of different talent that I didn't know that was in the building.
Should be able to, play good as a team, and we have a lot of seniors and upperclassmen, so everybody that's already been in the program that knows what they're doing. Of him, I love him to death. That's my brother, but I feel like we'll be perfectly fine.
Tryouts went really well. You can tell that a bunch of people were working hard over the summer, and we're really excited for the season to start. I'm very confident. I believe that we have the team to make it to state, and I believe if we keep working, we can do that.
I think we're going to be good this year, man. I can't wait to play.
Both boys and girls teams will start their season late November. While girls play Whitfield November 28th, they both compete against Doss November 29th. For WPRP, I'm Cambry Lathery.
This was a much-needed upgrade for students in PRP fitness and conditioning classes.
WPRP reporter Jariah Jones has reactions from Coach Mullinex and from students about the new equipment in the weight room.
The equipment in the weight room had currently seen better days. Well, I won't say currently, but it had seen better days. But with the arrival of the new equipment in the weight room came a boost of morale to the students that worked in it. And it made the work environment a lot more productive. I have confirmation from Coach Mullinex that you will see right now.
We've got a whole new set of dumbbells, which was nice to have because we didn't have any 15s last year, and we only had one 25-pound dumbbell. So now we've got full set, 2.5 pounds to 100 pounds. So that's going to allow more of our kids to get involved rather than having to share 20-pound dumbbells. Sometimes 20-pound dumbbells is too heavy, so the 15s are going to help there.
The equipment in the weight room used to be rusted and not really practical for working out with because every time you held onto it, you would get rust on your hands. And before that, they even had very limited equipment as well, only limited to a few dumbbells, bars, very select amount of weights, and honestly, just a few benches. But now, as we've heard from Mr. Mullinex, or as you were about to hear from Mr. Mullinex, that has changed dramatically and has improved almost every single condition in that weight room.
We've also got new kettlebells, we've got new jump ropes, we've got some equipment so that we can do landmine presses and new exercises there. We've got a new cable machine where we can do pull downs and low rows. It hasn't been set up yet because we're still waiting on some of the equipment for that to come in. But we got a ton of new equipment that we can use to add variety to our workouts, especially the box jumps that we've got in there. So we can actually do more box jumps and actually add some height to those. So we can work on our explosion.
All right, so Dylan, what was your reaction to having the new weights and the new equipment in the weight room?
The first day he brought them in, it was really cool. So there's like a back room in it where the dumbbells are. He had it all laid out. There was like box jump boxes. There was lots of bars. We finally have 6 bars now because before we didn't have 5. It was really cool. I enjoyed it. And I still enjoy all the new stuff now. We have like kettle weights, like you pick them up like that. And we have still balance things where it's like a ball type of thing. It's really cool. I enjoy all the new equipment. It makes the workout more expansive. You can do a lot more than what we used to do.
So, as you've just heard from Dylan Lee Walter and Mr. Mullinex, the equipment in the weight room has drastically improved the conditions in there. So, with WPRP, this is Jariah Jones signing off.
As you know, WPRP is well known as PRP's primary source for news coverage, but not too many people know about its sister news source, the Paw Print.
PRP's newsletter was long dormant due to the COVID-19 pandemic, but now it's making its long-awaited return with a new face. WPRP reporter Tavius George has more information.
Paw Print is making a return as the first issue has been published and posted. But what is Paw Print, you may be asking? Well, let's go ahead and ask the head orchestrator, Miss Judith Scottberger.
My name is Judy Scottberger. I teach creative writing and senior English. My bachelor's was actually in journalism, not education. And I worked in that field until I became a teacher about 20 years ago. The paw print is the school newspaper. It used to be printed on paper, but now we just do it online. And it's a great way for our students to learn about journalism and to write articles and express themselves creatively, and then for other students to also read. I'm hoping that it's something that the kids will read regularly and look forward to. We've got some really good writers who are doing regular columns for us, movie reviews, book reviews, and that sort of thing. I'm hoping to kind of modernize it a little bit, so maybe people will be more interested in reading it. I'm hoping I do as well as Miss Box did.
I'm glad to call Paw Print my second home, and I hope you do too. Check out our latest edition on our online newsletter. And for WPRP, I'm Tavius George.
All juniors prepare for it. Lots of seniors wish they could redo it. Well, this year they did.
For the first time ever, the state of Kentucky gave the class of 2023 the opportunity to retake the ACT for free. WPRP reporter Connor Cato has info as to why this opportunity was granted to seniors.
Called a gift, seniors get the chance to retake the ACT this year, and an opportunity that many needed, thanks to the impact COVID had on their education.
During the summer of 2022, Governor Beshear passed a law to allow all 12th grade public high school students to retake the ACT to give them another opportunity to do well on that test.
Historically, only juniors were offered the opportunity to take the ACT free of charge.
I wanted to get a higher score so I can go to a better college.
No way they can. I retook the senior ACT so I can get a better score in all the subjects.
Because I just feel like it gives more opportunity for people who's not satisfied with their scores, and yeah.
I'm retaking the ACTs for better education purposes. So like if I get like a 36 or even like a 26, it can improve my scores like overall for college. So instead of getting like a 21 to getting like a little minor school, I can like rise above and just get a higher score so I can get to a better university, maybe like Howard or even Brown or any school that has higher better education.
About 170 seniors so far have taken the ACT, and we got about 3 more days of makeup. So hopefully we can get that number up a little bit more.
When is the next? Any senior who missed this opportunity to retake the ACT for free can still take the test here at PRP, but they will have to pay for it.
The next ACT national test date is December 10th. You need to get signed up by November 4th. You can go to myact.org to take care of that, or you can see Miss Baxter in the Family Resource Center.
Music to our ears. PRP's music department is hard at work preparing for the year's first concert.
WPRP reporter Ray John Moore has details from Mr. Weaver.
The first concert choir is almost here and will be performing December 8th.
Choir is a good thing for PRP because as humans, singing is in our nature. Music is kind of in our DNA as human beings, and I think it's important that kids understand that. I mean, if you think about it, you got a rhythm in your heartbeat every day. Every time that you're waking up, breathing, walking around, your heart's beating. There's some kind of rhythm, which is a musical element, right? We all pretty much on some level are fans of music. Everyone can sing and can be taught to sing. I'm a firm believer in that. Some people may think that, oh, I can't sing. Well, some people have never tried. So it's a thing that you can get into very easily. You don't have to rent an instrument. You don't have to pay fees for that type of stuff. You can just get in and learn how to sing. And singing, I think, is good for the soul. It brings a lot of joy to a lot of people's lives. And it lets students be a part of something that's bigger than just themselves. People can be part of a team and work together to accomplish a goal. And that's a very important thing for specifically high schoolers to learn as they're growing up, I think.
Choir has gotten bigger and more recognition throughout the years, with more people starting to get involved in the class.
Okay. We have yet to schedule our fall concert. We've had some issues with scheduling that in the auditorium, but we have a big winter concert that we definitely have on the books. It's for on December 8th. We do all of our concerts in the PRP auditorium, and we have 4 choirs that are going to perform. We have what we call the TTB choir, which is beginning men's, it's freshman men. Then we also have the SSA choir, which is freshman women. Then we have the concert choir, which is men and women's voices, and that's anywhere from sophomores all the way up to seniors. And then we have our audition group, a group that you have to try out to get into, called chamber choir, and that's also sophomores up to seniors. And all 4 of those choirs will be performing definitely for sure on our winter concert on December 8th. Concerts normally start at 7 o'clock, and we sell tickets in the ticket booth that's in the auditorium, but we also sell them online. And I'll tell you, our winter concert is probably the most highly attended concert. The place sells out. So if you want tickets to that concert, you probably have to get them pretty fast. Come see your friends sing and to support the choir here at PRP.
The ticket for the concert choir is only $5, so enjoy the show. This is WPRP reporter Rajon Moore.
If you see PRP students walking around with cameras, microphones, and tripods, but not everyone carrying equipment is a part of WPRP.
Next, we'll give you an inside look at this very production.
After watching the final product of a WPRP broadcast, it's important to remember the amount of effort that was put in by the team. So, to highlight some of that, I've gotten testimonies from WPRP members to see what it's like working behind the scenes.
What do you do at WPRP?
Right now I'm a reporter, and so I'm going out and getting footage, the stories and stuff, interviewing people.
For WPRP, well, this month I'm being the director, so I'm just making sure the production staff and all the equipment is set up, make sure our anchors on pace and know exactly what they're doing.
I am part of the production staff, behind cameras a lot.
We edit, we work in groups, camera, anchor, everything.
My main role would be weather.
I work for the production staff, helping out setting up the lights for the production and the cameras.
I always had like a little passion to be on TV and see that people actually listen to me and what I have to say, especially when it comes to like, real world things, real world problems.
I chose this pathway because when I toured PRP as an 8th grader, it's the only thing that made me come here, actually.
Because growing up, media has had a huge influence on my life, and I want to work in that field.
I decided to do the media arts pathway because I like creating content and editing and all that type of stuff and using my creativity to create videos and projects.
It's always something I've wanted to do, and I never got the opportunity to do it, so I took it.
I like doing hands-on activities, and I'm getting a lot of experience. I just really enjoy it.
I just did it to learn more skills that some people might not always have an opportunity to learn.
What are you excited to work with in WPRP?
I'm excited to work with the different equipment that's in WPRP, and I'm excited to work with the different teachers and students throughout PRP. It's a good, fun experience, and yeah.
I am excited to work with the people. People are the most important part. Without the people, the newscast wouldn't be what it is, and it's always cool to work with them, and it's a way to build connection.
I'm excited to work with cameras, with other people, really, just the whole atmosphere.
The camera, definitely.
What's your favorite part of being a WPRP member?
My favorite part is working with a lot of my friends if they're in my class and just collaborating and making content.
I like being creative with editing and interviews. I like being a reporter.
I'm excited to work with Adobe Premiere Pro and do editing.
The environment and the people and getting the hands-on experience with the editing and cameras.
My favorite part is working with everybody and trying out new things.
Just engaging with the media and getting more information out there to students, spreading the word out there.
Being able to meet new people and work with my friends.
You get to go around and meet new people in the school who you haven't gotten a chance to meet before.
I like to work with my buddies because I got friends, and I like to record videos with them.
It's like a way to learn what's going on around us in school.
I'd say it's kind of like a big family.
It's like a big family where we all collaborate and work together on news.
Research, making sure that all the information is correct. Also, teamwork, you can't do without everybody in the studio, to the production, to the producers, to the anchors, and even to the reporters.
Like a big get-together of people that love each other.
A very good thing, very fun, and best WPRP out there.
Thank you for joining WPRP. I'm Shania Garner.
I'm Timothy Johnson. Have a good night.